Hi everybody, this is Tamara from Soma Fitness, and today I want to talk about the mindset behind losing weight, or as I like to call it, mind over metabolism. So Albert Einstein said we can't solve problems with the same kind of thinking we use to create them. It's pretty simple to think about. Whatever we were thinking when we got ourselves into a situation is not going to be the same thought process that gets us out of it. And I think that the reason that many people struggle to lose weight, or they lose weight and then put the weight immediately back on, is because they never adjust their thinking from the way that they were doing things that got them the excess weight or got them into a place where their health wasn't a priority. So as you're doing your programs and as you're working with Soma Fitness, you should also be looking at the way that you've structured your life. Are you living in survival mode where you're rushing around and you're paying bills and you're running errands and you're going to work, and then by the time you get home you have no energy or time to do anything related to taking care of yourself and self-care and nurturing? Or are you the person that can't say no to anybody else and you're running around and telling everyone yes and picking up other people's kids and watching them and doing a million other things for other people, and you always come last on the list in terms of priority and taking care of yourself? These are just some of the behaviors that I see a lot of women doing. And then when it comes time to themselves, they're like, oh, I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to cook. But it's the way that you've structured your life. And it's okay if you've gotten to that place and you don't want to do it anymore, but it is also a process. And I think it's important that we address that. You kind of can't continue to do the same things that got you to the place that's not working. And why would you want to? That makes zero sense. So as you're doing your weight loss program and as you're working with Soma Fitness, we also want you to be thinking about, how can I structure my life to give myself more time? How can I structure my life so that I'm getting 8 hours of sleep? How can I structure my life so that I have time to cook healthy, nutritious foods, and that I have time to get to the grocery store, so that I have time to stretch and take care of myself? And a lot of you might be watching this and being like, hey, Tamara, I don't have time to do that stuff. I'm so busy. But I want to give you a statistic, and that is heart disease is the #1 killer of women in the United States. I'm going to say it again. Heart disease is the #1 killer of women in the United States. And so how can we not afford to take care of ourselves? How can we not afford to nurture our bodies and to take care of our heart and to do our cardio workouts and to do our strength workouts when we as women have so many responsibilities to our family, to our children, to our employers, to our employees? It's so crucial that you take that time to nurture yourself and take care of yourself and to really know that that's a priority in your life. So that's #1. #2 is, because we're also stressed out and we're running around, a lot of us are using food as a way to self-comfort. And there's other ways, and I think it's important that we think of other ways that we learn how to self-comfort and comfort ourselves when we feel uncomfortable or when we're scared or when we're mad or when we're sad, instead of reaching for comfort foods or for a glass of wine or for a cocktail. So some of the things that I like to do, and this has been a learning process for myself as well, because I was definitely the stressed out person that, I worked in a really stressful environment and had a stressful job, and I'd come home and I'd have 2 or 3 glasses of wine to kind of help me unwind from all the caffeine that I consumed during the day. So one thing that I really like to do is I've learned how to slow down throughout the day, and I try to take walks, even one walk during the day, or getting up and stretching, touching my toes, just some deep breaths to get away from the mental monotony of whatever project I'm working on. And I'm not perfect on it about it, but I'm getting much better. And I found that it really, really helps me and my mental sanity at the end of the day to be able to do this. The other thing I like is, as I said, I'm a wine girl. I used to love to have my glass of wine, and I would still do it if it wasn't detrimental to my health, but it is. You can't drink 2 or 3 glasses of wine every single night and not think that you're going to eventually have some issues just in terms of the high sugar content, and it's dehydrating, and wine is made with bacteria and fungus, and a lot of times that can cause our allergies and our nasal drip to flare up. So there's a lot of things that are really, really not nice about drinking so much wine. So my substitutes that I use, I love Kavita. Kavita is an amazing fermented drink that only has 1 to 2 grams of sugar per 8-ounce bottle, and depending on which flavor you get, it's about 10 to 20 calories for a whole bottle. And it's such a great substitute. It's very refreshing. You can put it in a wine glass. I also really like to do Gerolsteiner sparkling water with a dash of cranberry juice in it, unsweetened cranberry juice. And this is actually what it looks like. I like to put it inside of a wine glass, and it's such a good drink. Very, very low calorie, low sugar, really great for your digestive tract, and just really, really something that I enjoy. And then get creative about what you do to comfort yourself that's outside of food, because I understand a lot of people, they have a really tough time, and really people go through emotional breakdowns, and I get it. When I was competing and all my sugar, carbs, dairy, everything was taken away, I had some massive meltdowns. And that's when I realized that I needed to change my relationship to food. And it's always an ongoing process. I'm still doing that. But things that I found that really help me when I'm stressed out or sad or mad are taking a bubble bath, reading, sitting inside of the sauna at the gym. I have a bean bag that I like to put on my shoulders and back that heats up and helps relax my muscles. Yoga class, stretching. All these things can really, really help take the place of food in terms of comforting us. And just be gentle with yourself. It's a process. It's tough. And it's not going to happen overnight. But together, we can definitely get you there. Thanks so much, and take care.